Hi Stevie, here's the first picture that you wanted to use on the home page. And before I go any further, nice picture, love it. However, it is a little bit deep. By the time that you put the header at the top and the main menu, you'll find that this picture more than fills the screen. So what I would do is crop a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom so it looks more like this. Now when you create the home page, you'll see that it still fills the home page, but it's got all the elements in there still. We've also got your tagline, hosting to suit your needs, and right in the center we have our contact form. Now if you wanted to, we could move the contact form over to the right hand side of the key. But if you did that, we've got a lot of space on the left, so I would increase the size of your tagline to fill up a little bit of that space. Now, although the picture does end at the bottom of the screen, there's no reason over here for people to scroll. You've not given them any reason to believe that there's anything below the bottom of the screen. However, if they did, they would then see your reasons to choose Be Our Guest. And we've got our 5 reasons that you gave me in the document you sent me. And incidentally, in that document, these reasons were presented in boxes. And I wasn't sure whether or not you wanted to have the boxes around them. So you'll just need to let me know. Our next page is About Us, which has the 2 pictures and the 2 paragraphs to the side. Excuse me. So the first paragraph had the picture to the right of it, and the second paragraph had the picture to the left of it. I wasn't sure what size you wanted the pictures, but the text, as you can see, is quite large enough to read. So I've set the picture to suit the size of the text. There's nothing else on this page, so I wanted to have the entire page be able to fit easily onto the screen. But I do have a little bit of a problem with this, and the problem I have is with the first picture. We are conditioned to follow directions. So we've got an arrow pointing to the right, and that naturally directs our eyes to the right hand side where it's blank. But worse than that, this has peace of mind on it. So psychologically, it's saying peace of mind is to the right, away from the text. And that's not the message you want to give. So what we could do is swap this around. We could have the first picture on the left of the text, and now the factors that were working against us are now working for us. We've got an arrow directing our eyes to the text, and peace of mind is also towards the text, which is giving the message, of course, that you wanted to give in the first place. But I have a problem with this too. And the problem I have is that I don't like this layout as much as I like this layout. I think this is a better layout than that, but this is a much better message. Something else for you to think about. So, moving on to frequently asked questions. And in frequently asked questions, you wanted to use the picture of the cardboard houses. The questions were going to be the same as on Aaron and Nicole's site, except no reference to set, forget, and collect. Now let's take a look at this picture. Whoops, here we go. There's our picture, which is landscape aspect. And that doesn't suit our page very well at all. You've got to have your header up the top and your main menu. And then when you lay the text over the top of it with all the questions, those questions are going to come below the bottom of the picture. So as you scroll down, all of a sudden the picture's just going to disappear. And that's not going to look right. So one way around it is to crop this picture as well. Take some off the top, take some off the bottom, so it looks more like that. And that is then going to fill the screen. And it ends at more or less at the bottom of the screen. We then put some text on there which encourages them to scroll. So I've just made this up, and obviously you can put on what you like, but I put there, we know you must have lots of questions. Listed below are some of the most frequently asked. So there, we are directing them to scroll down. And then when they scroll down, they will see the questions. Now, another way around this is to do what you instructed me to do in the first place, and that is to set this as a background. However, when I set a background picture, what happens is the picture will automatically be cropped to fit the layout of the page. So you'll have the picture in the background with the questions on top of it. And of course, the questions sort of disappear into the picture, into the background. So you add some transparency to the picture, which will then make the questions a lot easier to read, and you can still see the picture, even though it's not the right shape you want. Now, the picture that you wanted to use for Contact Us is this picture here, and you'll notice that it is portrait style, which is pretty much the shape that we want for our frequently asked questions page. And we can lay the questions over the top of this. But when we do that, the questions disappear into the background. So again, we need to add some transparency. And that obviously is too much transparency, but you get the idea. We can see the picture in the background and we can read the questions easily. But let's look at this picture. Here's the picture you want to use for our Contact Us page. And as you can see, the shape of the picture does not suit the shape of the screen. So I wasn't sure how you wanted me to use it. And here's one option. We can put it on the right hand side. We've got our contact details on a contact form to the left. There's a lot of white over there. I wasn't sure whether you'd like that or not, but you've got a nice bright picture over the right, dressing up the page a little bit. Something else we can do is get rid of the sky, get rid of the lawn, add a little bit of transparency, and presto. We've got a contact form over there, and on the left hand side we've got our contact details, and in the background we've got the picture. You could read it quite easily. Now, I don't know if you like the white background to the contact form, but if you wanted to get rid of that, we could expand the picture to fit the whole page, but we'll have to zoom in even more, so you see less of the picture. But nonetheless, we've got our picture in the background there, which is a lovely picture of a house. We've got our contact form easily to read, and also our text is easy to read as well. But you really need the transparency. Without the transparency, the text disappears into the background. You can get around that by making the text white, but still that picture kind of overpowers things. I think it looks a lot better if you have the transparency in there. Incidentally, the left-hand corner at the bottom over there, you'll see call now from mobile. That's a call to action button. People obviously can view your website on desktop, laptop, tablet, or mobile. If they're viewing it from the mobile, all they'll need to do is press this call to action button on their screen, and it will automatically dial the 1300 number for them. Okay, I did speak about using this picture for the frequently asked questions page. And if you did that, that leaves the cardboard houses as the picture to use for the Contact Us page. And one way that could work is like that. Contact form on the left, contact details on the right hand side. Or you could swap it around. Have the picture on the left and the contact form on the right. Again, if you didn't like the white background of the contact form, we could crop the picture at the top and at the bottom, and it would look more like that. And you can actually see the contact form quite easily. You can see the text easily because there's nothing behind it. There's no picture per se behind it. And this way you wouldn't need to have any transparency for your picture. So there's plenty for you to think about over here. And take your time, and when you're ready, just let me know, or if you've got any questions, just let me know.